Hello. Thanks for choosing this therapeutic exercise flow for parents, where we combine scripture with prayer and reflection and movement of our bodies to relieve stress and balance emotions. I'm Kristen, Doctor of Physical Therapy at Into the Light Healing and Bodywork, and I will guide you through this series. Feel free to follow every cue or make modifications so that it's possible for your anatomy. We will use a mat and a block if you have it. So if you're ready, let's get started. All right, we're going to begin at the top of the mat. And we're going to find ideal posture here, using the muscles actively and not just being here. So we're going to ground down through the feet and almost like screw the feet into the floor. So pressing the outside toes out a little bit more and the heels kind of activating so that it's almost like we're bringing them in together, but there's no actual movement happening. And then we're going to lengthen the legs up, maybe squeeze the buns a little bit, pull the belly button in and up, scooping those low ribs together. Pull the shoulder blades down the back, doing a little roll if we need to do that first. Retracting the head, bringing the ears over the shoulders, and then lengthening the spine up towards the ceiling. Palms should be facing the thighs. And I invite you to think about Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 6. Train the young in the way they should go. Even when old, they will not swerve from it. Our job as parents is to teach our children, among other things. There's probably about 1 billion things that we do, right? As we breathe in, let's bring our arms out to the side and up. And then as we exhale, we're going to fold forward, hinging from the hips. So we're going to keep that nice long spine, reaching the crown of the head away from the tail. Inhale, we're going to half lift. Go ahead and let the hands rest either on the shins or the thighs as we lengthen the spine. And then exhale, we're going to fold forward, hands towards the floor. Inhale, arms out to the side and up. Still keeping that nice long spine. And then exhale, hands come down in prayer. Inhale, arms up and up to the side as we fold forward. Slight bend through the knees, just a slight one, so we're not locking them out. Inhale, halfway lift up. Length through the spine and engagement through the belly. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhale, arms out to the side and up. And then exhale, hands to prayer. For this last flow, I'm going to read Proverbs for you. Inhale, arms up. Chapter 19, verse 18. Discipline your son, for there is hope, but do not be intent on his death. So here we're going to bend the knees as much as necessary to plant the hands down. And then we're going to step the feet back far, and then a nice little lunge there, and then we're going to bring the other one to meet it. And then we're going to lift the tailbone up towards the ceiling, really stretching out those hamstrings. Scoop the belly button in and up. Keep those low ribs knit together. Press out through the shoulders. Hands really pressing into the floor to prevent any collapsing in the shoulder joint. As we inhale here, we're going to lean the weight forward, more over the hands. Bring the right foot up. And then we're going to plant the left foot down. Try really pressing through that outside edge of the left foot, the toe, the small baby toe. Okay? And then we're going to inhale and reach up. Reach up, up, up with the left hand and straighten out the left knee. Level out the shoulders, the arms, the torso. So back foot is at an angle about 45 degrees from straight forward. And the heel of the right foot is in line with the arch of the left foot. From here, we're going to shift the rib cage to the right and then drop the right arm down, left arm comes up. Let's turn the palm towards the face. and reach the hands in opposite directions here. This is a great workout for your core, especially side body. With the breath, we're going to exhale and turn the torso all the way over so that we're facing the left side. No, the right side. Just as best as you can do, and this is where a block comes in handy if you need one here. I forgot to get mine ready. And then we're going to, as we exhale, bring both hands down, bend the right knee, step the left foot up a little bit, toes down for balance, and we're actually going to place the right hand on the floor and lift, bending the right knee, lift the torso, lift the pelvis, and then open the hips up and out to the side, balancing on one foot. Sometimes it takes a while to get into it. Feel free to come out anytime. We're going to bring the feet back together. Inhale here, straighten the spine, reaching forward, and then exhale, we're going to fold all the way down. Take a moment here if you need it. A couple breaths always helps. Inhale, we're going to reach out to the sides, come all the way up to standing, hands in prayer. Go through the checklist, get the feet, the knees, pelvis, rib cage, abdomen, shoulder blades. Inhale, arms up, forward fold. And I invite you to think about, as you continue to flow here, Proverbs chapter 23, verse 13. Do not withhold discipline from youths. If you beat them with the rod, they will not die. I think that one comes with an asterisk. Of course, child abuse is a very serious thing, and it's not okay. I don't think that's what the Bible is suggesting here. The author of Proverbs, there's a lot more depth to that, but for right now, let's just focus on the beginning part. Do not withhold discipline from youths. All right, we're going to plant the hands, step the feet back wide to a great hamstring stretch here. Keeping the belly button scooped in and up. And then we're going to step that left foot forward in between the hands. And we're going to plant the right foot heel down at an angle about 45 degrees out from front. And then once again, we're going to kind of cartwheel the right arm up and come to a balanced out straight knees position here. This time we're opening the pelvis and torso to the right side of the mat. Hands are going to be reaching in opposite directions. And then as we exhale, we're going to shift the rib cage forward and then let the left hand drop down, right hand comes up, palm turning towards the face. Tuck the chin just a little bit. And then we're going to challenge ourselves, or not challenge ourselves, by revolving the triangle. So we're just going to shift the torso so that the right hand reaches towards the left foot and the left hand reaches up towards the ceiling. This is a tricky one, so don't beat yourself up if you can't do it. Just work with what you've got, having a block, having something else stable nearby. And then we're going to lower this down. Both hands come to the floor, bending the left knee, swiveling the right foot so the heel comes up. We're going to step the right foot forward a little bit, stay on our toes on the right foot, and then come into that balancing posture on one foot. That's a great balancer and strengthener. So we're going to just place the left hand, maybe a few inches forward and to the left of the left toes. Then press through that left leg, straightening the left knee, and open the torso and stack the hips if possible. you've got there. That's amazing. Doing great. And if you're not quite there, that's okay. Something to work towards. We're all works in progress. Go ahead and lower down. If you haven't already, bringing the feet together, maybe even heel toeing out to the edges of the mat. And then we're just going to send the bottom down by bending the knees into a deep squat. I don't know about you, but I'm in this position a lot with my little kiddos. Lengthen the spine here. And then we're going to bring the hands behind, reaching back, bringing the bottom to the floor or our mat, and bringing the legs out long in front. So, here we are, long sitting, and I'd like to invite you now to scoop the abdominals in and up. Even though we're sitting, we haven't forgotten about those abdominal muscles. If your knees are bent, that's okay. Work on bringing them straighter, but just be happy with where you are. If your knees are relaxed and comfortable here and you're not feeling a stretch through your hamstrings, I invite you now to reach up towards the ceiling and then exhale, reaching up through the spine as we fold over the legs, reaching towards the toes. It's okay if you cannot touch. Feel free to have your hands on your shins, your knees, just whatever your body allows. Part of this practice is being okay with what is instead of where we want it to be. Nice long spine here. In Ephesians 6:4, St. Paul says, "Fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up with the training and instruction of the Lord." And then we engage the abdominals to come back up to sitting. Anytime you start to feel a little bit of weakness through the back or a loss of that length. And then we're going to bring the left foot to meet the right inner thigh. Turn the torso so that your face is pointing in the same direction as your bent knee. And then the right side of the hand is going to come along the shin. Left hand is going to come up overhead. We're going to stretch the left side body here as well as the right leg. Exhaling as we reach over the right leg. Tuck the chin a little bit towards the throat. Feel the stretch through the thigh, the knee. You can pull on your toes. You can maybe even get it through your calf. And then we're going to turn the torso by scooping those abdominals in and up first. Scoop them in and up to turn, really supporting the back here. And allowing the neck and spine to be relaxed while still being long. Come up, either walking your hands up or by coming out the way you came in. We're going to shift the torso a little bit so that we can have one heel on either side of the corner of the yoga mat or exercise mat, whatever you're using. And just having a nice open stretch here. Allowing that to free up a little bit of tension. Invitation here to lean forward if you're not feeling much of a stretch. But always, always, always keep the abdominal muscles engaged and the length going through the spine. So if you start to round and curve a lot if you lean forward, I would suggest backing off to the point where you are not compromising the integrity of the spine. From here, we're going to bend the right knee, and the right foot is going to go to the inner thigh. I'm going to repeat the same thing on the left side here. So left pinky side is on the shin, torso turns to the right, pointing, face is pointing in the same direction as that right knee. Right hand's going to come up overhead after we drop the shoulder blades down the back. And then as we exhale, side bending over that left leg. Gives a nice stretch through the right side body. Tuck the chin just a little bit. Lengthen the spine. You really feel that just above the hips. For me, you might be different. And then after a few breaths, we're going to rotate the torso. Scoop that belly button in and up first. Shifting so that the chest is looking down on the left leg. Lengthen the spine. Retract the head. Chin is tucked. We're going to either walk it back up or reach using your abdominals, depending on your level of interest in working today. And then we're going to make our way onto our backs. So adjusting as necessary, we're going to bring both knees into our chest. Grab your hands on the back side of the thighs. You just don't want to put pressure up here, tighten too much up there, because there's nerves up there. So we're just being careful. And feel free here to be still, simply pulling the knees towards the chest, stretching out low back, glutes. Or if you want to add a little motion, we could do some rocking side to side on the sacrum, forward and back, circles. Totally up to you here, what you need in this moment. Now I'm going to read to you a few verses from Titus, chapter 2, verses 3 through 8. Similarly, older women should be reverent in their behavior, not slanderers, not addicted to drink, teaching what is good, so that they may train younger women to love their husbands, so that the word of God may not be distorted. Urge the younger men similarly to control themselves, showing yourself as a model of good deeds in every respect, with integrity in your teaching, dignity, and sound speech that cannot be criticized. And then when you're ready, we're going to make our way back up into sitting. If you feel like challenging your abdominals a little bit more, we're going to tuck the chin to the throat, lift the head, and then reach using the abdominals to roll up. If not, feel free to roll onto your side and sit up. And we're just going to come into a simple cross-legged position. Always being mindful of the spine and engaging those abdominals, keeping the low ribs knit together. Inhale here, and then we're going to exhale and twist to the right, bringing the left hand to the right knee, starting the motion from the base of the spine on the floor. And the right hand goes behind just to have a little stability, engagement there. But the work is being done by the core. As we exhale, we'll turn around to the left. And we can think about Proverbs chapter 3, verses 11 and 12. The discipline of the Lord, my son, do not spurn, do not disdain his reproof. For whom the Lord loves, he reproves, as a father the son favors. Returning to center. just a quick reflection here. I just think that there's something to be said about how God is our model parent. He disciplines us when we are in error, just as we must guide our own children on the right path. We can always turn to God for help, even and maybe especially with everyday things like parenting. So with that thought, I will leave you for today. Thank you for choosing this practice. The light and spirit in me honors and appreciates the light and spirit in you. Let peace